Hi, I'm Tim Lerch, JetCityMusic.com, coming to you today with the third in a series of blues lessons that we're presenting here on the site. Today I'm going to talk about a little kind of two-part subject. One is the, as demonstrated in the intro, these little chord jabs. Now, I play this way and people are always coming up and saying, how do you play those little chords in the middle there? So I'm going to show you how I think about that. It's pretty fantastic, actually. So if we take a look at the big old A7th chord that you normally associate with the 5th fret, it looks like this, it sounds like that. Now if we take away the root, peel that one away, and then we take away the 5th, peel that one away, and we take away the top two notes, and we're stuck with these two little notes in the middle. And that's a G at the 5th fret of the D string and a C sharp at the 6th fret of the G string. So look at your tablature to make sure you know exactly which two notes I'm talking about. And these two notes are the essence of an A7th chord. So if I say, let's think, I'm going to sing again, singing warning. If I sing a song that goes, take me back to Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Okay, a little old Western swing song. If I just played those two notes and tried to sing that, it would sound just fine. Those two notes are the essence of an A7th chord. Take me back to Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Now, I just did something that is the fantastic part. If we strip the A7th chord, the one chord in a blues in A, down to just these two essence notes, when it comes time to play the 4 chord, all we have to do is move them down 1 fret. And what was here come numbers again, guys, so think of numbers now. The 7th of the A chord and the 3rd of the A chord move down a half step and are magically transformed into the 3rd of the D7th chord and the 7th of the D7th chord. So they flip over in a kind of funny way. So let's hear what a whole blues sounds like just using those two notes, this little two-note grip. Move down 1 half step for the 4 chord, and guess where the 5 chord is? You guessed it, 1 fret up. So all we got to do is learn one shape and move it down and up. So watch this. Try and imagine a blues going on now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go to the 4 chord. Then I'm going to go to the 1 chord. 1, 2. There's the root of the chord. Now here comes the 5 chord, up a half step. Now here's the big step. And back up to the 1. Okay, so we've got these cool little two-note chords. The 1 chord is here at the 5th fret. The 4 chord is 1 fret below that at the 4th fret. The 5 chord is at the 6th fret and then back. So then if we take a little lick, let's do a very simple lick. Sorry, let's do a very simple lick. That's just 5, 6, 1, 1, 1, right in that 5th fret area. And we say 1, 2, 3. Now jab the chord and move it. And do it again. 4 chord. And back to 1. Just for variety. There's the 5 chord again. And do another one. So you can imagine why this could be very valuable to be able to do. So how we play by ourselves, even though I was playing by myself with no accompaniment at all, everybody who knows what a blues is supposed to sound like could hear that as a blues, and that's a cool thing. If you're playing in a trio and you want to fill in the chords a little bit, it's a great way to play. Knowing those little chords is a great rhythm guitar strategy, because very often if we're in a bigger band with horns and a B3 player and a drummer and a singer, the smaller the chord, the better, because we can just jab those chords in there and really kind of connect up with what the horn section is doing or what the B3 player is doing without getting in the way and playing big old monstrous fat things. The other thing, which is more subtle, but I think is the most important, is that it helps us to remember to phrase. I have this theory that guitar players don't stop. We tend to play these run-on sentences because we're afraid to stop. We don't really know where we're supposed to stop because we're not as familiar with our chord tones and places that we can resolve our lines. Typically, we resolve our lines to chord tones of the chord of the moment. So if we're playing these little chord jabs, the chord jab actually becomes part of the melody and resolves to the chord of the moment. So if we go, oh, sorry. I just went down this little scale, which is flat 3, 2, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, and then natural 3 with the chord jab. So I say 2, 3, 4, and I watch this. I just resolved to a different note which fits the chord of the moment, which was a C instead of a C sharp. So in the simplest way, these little chord jabs help you to resolve your lines, and they help you create space in your lines. So I'm going to leave you with that, the little idea of taking a simple lick and using chord jabs to punctuate it. Have fun with that, and we'll see you the next time, and we'll talk about ornamentations and chord jabs. Sort of a continuation of this lesson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.